President Obama celebrated a milestone this week, an estimated 7 million people signing up for insurance under the Affordable Care Act, otherwise known as ObamaCare. Remember, back in October, it was a bit of a rough start, but as political editor Craig Patrick explains for us tonight, the president found the help he needed to come back from the brink of disaster.
Democrats finally found somebody who can sell Obamacare.
A lot of young people, they think they're invincible.
Did you say invisible?
For a while, President Obama forgot how he got elected. But then, once again, celebrities who connect with young adults who don't follow the news bailed him out in the end. And estimates now show he met his goal.
No one expected us to come back from the brink, but we have.
And this week, a Washington Post poll shows support for Obamacare hit a record high at 49%. That may not sound like much, but considering where it was, for worried Democrats, that's like winning the sweepstakes.
We got 49%.
Oh my God, no!
Democrats still face an uphill battle in the midterms because they're facing re-election under sweeping changes in health care that they brought to pass. And people fear change.
A huge chunk of it's already been implemented.
What did you say?
And in this case, we're dealing with a law that makes people buy insurance from for-profit companies and hangs on the gamble that throngs of 20-somethings will join in just to keep the whole system stable.
How much would you pay for quality health care?
Nothing.
And on top of that, the right has ripped Obamacare as a bad idea from the left, while the left has ripped it as a bad idea from the right.
I wonder why we don't have single payer. He used the Republican plan on them, and now they got to eat it.
And on top of that, horror stories based on misconceptions have been spreading like wildfire.
You got to pay what, 93% if you don't get.
You have to pay 93% of everything under Obamacare. Everything you make.
Everything.
But with the movement in favor of Obamacare in the polls, maybe President Clinton and Nancy Pelosi are onto something when they urge fellow Democrats to stop running away from Obamacare and start selling it. And in such a charged political environment with an unpopular president, maybe Nancy Pelosi was also onto something when she urged fellow Democrats to stop calling it Obamacare.
Before we passed Obamacare,
by the way, it's called the Affordable Care Act.
The Affordable Care Act, Obamacare. We passed Obamacare.
As the president said yesterday.
You know I'm on Team Obamacare.
If we switch from Obamacare to the Affordable Care Act, would that make you happy?
Yes, it would.
I feel like they're just forcing it onto you.
And you're going to make it your choice later. You're going to go after the fact and gladly pay the penalty so that you can turn around and on your own purchase private insurance.
Yes, exactly.
I got to admit, I don't get it.
I think the Affordable Care Act is something that's going to cover the majority of the people.
As opposed to Obamacare that does what?
It only covers a certain percentage.
Obamacare is the Affordable Care Act that they...
Well, that would be wonderful then. Yeah.
And that would fix it for you.
Yeah, that would help me out a lot.
Nobody tells a story like Craig Patrick.
Kind of makes you wonder how we get anything done in this country, doesn't it?